Child, Allison Holker, the widow of Stephen Switch Boss, is being dragged for filth by his family and friends. She is out here talking about this man's childhood and things that happened to him, talking about things that he documented in his personal journal. Excuse me? Can you believe she has the audacity to come out with a book exposing all this man's deepest secrets? She even went to the extent of talking about how she went into the closet and found some things that she never knew existed. Excuse me? How often do you go in the fucking closet? This woman sat in an interview and discussed her husband like he was a drug addict. Excuse me? Baby, his cousin not here for it. Here's what she had to say. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about no NDA. This crazy woman made me and his actual family sign an NDA just to attend the funeral. She's been trying to tarnish his legacy and refuses to let the Boss family see the children, only to exploit and lie on my cousin. Hell no. Oop, excuse me, Allison? I know damn well you didn't make this man's mother sign an NDA to go to his funeral. Who does that type of shit? If anything, you should be making sure that his mother was comfortable. Child, Candace Dillis hopped in the chat and she had something to say as well. I'm not even gonna say it, but this white woman is doing everything but protecting her black children and her black husband's legacy. She could have kept this in her therapist's office, shaking my head. Okay, clock it, because Allison, what the hell is really going on? That is a damn shame that you would want your children to think of their father in that way. The fact that you would stoop this low, it has to be because of some money. It has to be. I saw that interview when you was talking about how the day after the funeral, you had to pay some taxes and some contracts that he was in breach of. Excuse me? Stand up. Go get a 9-to-5. Don't get on the internet exposing your husband when he's not here to defend his fucking self. Miserable. Woo, child, she didn't piss me the hell off, but I'm not the only one, because Courtney Platt had a lot to say. She said, I was there the moment you both connected. I was there the day you got engaged. I stood by your side on your wedding day. I was in your home when he died. I was by your side because your husband was my family. It didn't matter how often we spoke, how often we saw each other. We were bonded forever. This is by far the most tacky, classless, opportunist act I have ever seen in my entire life. We all had to sign some weird NDA to attend his funeral. Even his own mother, who you treated like garbage this entire time. And let's just remember, you wouldn't even have a husband if it wasn't for her. Clock it. Not to share anything or ruin his name as if that was on anybody's mind in the first place. And here you go and write a book with all the dirty laundry, smearing his name and attempting to dim the bright, loyal, loving light that was your husband, my friend. Whether any of it is true or not is actually besides the point. This is how you protect the boss name you so quickly dropped on your social media platforms 48 hours after he passed, his legacy. This is how you protect his children from any further humiliation, hurt, and despair. This is what you want them to remember about him? You have moved on. You're living your life. You're on every carpet you can get on, every celebrity row you can sit in, every magazine you can be in, and you needed to do this? Get a journal, a therapist, a friend, but publishing a book shamelessly sharing the pages of your husband's journal? People magazine? What a joke. Yes, he took his own life, which is a fact all of us still can't fathom. And he was clearly having mental health issues, hurting so deeply, and this is your example of empathy? Of your love? This smear campaign for a book is absolutely not what he would have ever wanted. No matter how bad he was hurting, not for a second. You're a living, breathing bulldozer. Stick to your own demons. Shame on you, Allison. Shame on your money-hungry team. Let my friend rest in peace, not your PR. Have mercy. Now that's how you clear a hoe. I know that's right, Courtney Platt. Child, when I say Twitch family is not playing with Allison ass, they not playing. Manny Cross said, if you love Twitch, screenshot this, post this on your page, your story, everywhere. This ends today. Dear Allison, you have lied for the last time on my brother. He was absolutely no addict. You were saying do anything for $1. An addict? You are the one that was messing with coke, Molly, and X, and I have all the proof. Play with somebody safe. Country boy right here, I don't give a fuck. Every person who knew him knows you're lying and have been doing dirty crap for a long time. Should I post our last conversation? Try me. You have no idea what I have to post. Here's a few questions I have for you though. Why would you make his mom sign an NDA to see her son's body? Why did his closest friends and family have to sign an NDA to attend his funeral? Why did you lie at the funeral about every day was magical? It wasn't. He told me everything. You had to try and demonize Nelson, and now I see why. You demonize anyone in his life that found out the truth about you. You would say his friends aren't his friends. You would discredit anyone that knows the truth. You are a toxic woman, and I truly believe he would still be alive had he not been married to you. My only regret is telling him to work it out with you for the sake of the kids when he talked about leaving you. I just didn't know the full truth, just like everyone that supports you. You're a money-hungry, lying narcissist that will play victim and say and do anything for $1. Last question. Wasn't it your gun that was used? Keep playing with my brother's name. This is the year of truth. Everything is offline and nothing is off limits. Allison, I know you shame. I know you shame, and I know you don't want him to drop them text messages. But Manny Cross, go ahead on and drop them because I'm here for the shit. Now, a friend of Twitch with an Instagram name of Without a Crystal Ball has been going ham. You hear me? She said an autopsy indicated that Stephen died with no alcohol or drugs in his system. Stephen's friends and family denied Stephen suffered addiction to any substances. They also alleged that Stephen and Allison have been dealing with serious marital issues for years. One friend claims that the couple fought on the night of their anniversary only days before his death. All of this has been done to smear her late husband, disclose private details of his life that could not be proven, and disclose child SA that Stephen never disclosed with anyone. So how does anyone know it's true? Clock it. Because the way I feel, the way she moving grimy, all this shit could be make-believe. She could have made all this up because who sits up there and claims that their husband was an addict and said in her interview that he does drugs morning, day, and night when whole time the autopsy showed that there was nothing in his system. So if he was an addict, why the fuck was nothing in the system? Huh, Allison? This is obviously a money grab and shameful betrayal of Stephen Boss and his family. I told y'all. She said, in my opinion, Stephen was married to a narcissist sociopath that dimmed and destroyed his light. Even though their marriage appeared perfect on Instagram, Stephen's closest friends and family knew the truth. Why did Stephen not have any of his money in Allison's name? Why did Stephen intentionally keep his assets separate? Stephen's family and friends will tell you he was not an addict of anything. He simply wanted a different life than the fake one Allison cultivated on Instagram. In my opinion, Stephen's light and legacy is being intentionally dimmed and slandered by Allison so that she can elevate her fame and influence. She appears to be the victim in every instance. An empathetic spouse would not be angry at their spouse for their death after 2 years. But Allison is still angry at him even though she claims he was struggling with mental illness. Allison feels betrayed that he had secrets in his journal that he never disclosed to her. That's not a normal response either. Exactly. Why the fuck is she worried about shit that he personally wrote down in his journal? What? The view that is becoming more clear is that Stephen was trapped in a marriage with a narcissist and his death is still clouded in mystery. Today, we honor and remember his legacy and positivity, his unconditional love and support of his friends and family, and his commitment to entertaining all of us even when he was struggling. We love and miss you, Stephen. Have mercy. This is just pissing me off, y'all. She said this is all Allison wants. She wants her light brighter than Stephen. She wants the fame that he had. No one would ever view her in the light they viewed Stephen. She's jealous of Stephen, even in his death. That's sickening. And in the interview, y'all, she stated that she wants people to stop looking at her attached to him. She wants them to just look at her for her. What? Who, child? So then, Without a Crystal Ball decides to bring us up to speed on a little bit of Allison Holker's background. She said, number one, Allison changed her name back to Holker less than 48 hours after Stephen died. Have mercy. Number two, Allison took her wedding ring off only 2 months after he died. Number three, Allison threw away most of his belongings, furniture, and sold their home to get the bad energy off of her. Number four, Allison is still angry at Stephen for his death, and she is betrayed that he kept secrets from her. Number five, Allison knew Stephen left the home and didn't bother looking for him until more than a day later. Excuse me? Number six, Allison's healing journey is to be an inspirational beacon of love and light, but she's delusional. Number seven, Allison accuses Stephen of drug addiction and claims it wasn't her job to fix his problems. She never tried to get him help, and it's basically his fault he wasn't strong enough. That's true. That's true. She did say that in the interview. It wasn't her job to deal with that. She did say that. Number eight, Allison is so proud of herself that she's stronger than Stephen because she could get through this without unaliving herself. That's a damn shame. Number nine, Allison's new boyfriend is her future and her past love 3 times over. He is the best love that she's ever had. She said, my question is, if you are happy in life, moved on so easily, and threw away Stephen's things and ring, why not just leave him alone? Because she's broke. She's miserable. Finally, Stephen's former manager and some of his friends claim Allison is the one with the alleged drug and alcohol addiction. She came out with the court documents that show that Allison Holker was previously arrested for public intoxication and disorderly conduct back in 2018. However, Twitch was never arrested for drug abuse or public intoxication. So then the former manager came out and said, for over a decade, I put up with so much disrespect, just plain evil stuff from you because of him. I should have dropped you as a manager. I hate that I built you up and fought extremely hard for you to get jobs. Even hiring you as a judge on a show on Bravo, I helped build. Should have let them fire you when you showed your true colors on set and held us up because you could barely speak. Don't act holier than thou with the demons and skeletons you have. Your house is made of glass. I don't have to say a thing. Others are coming for you now. People know my addiction journey because it's part of my testimony. If you truly are healed, then share your true self and not monetize Steven. Clock it. He ate that up. Child, Allison Holker took to the internet to respond to the accusations and backlash she's receiving from Twitch's family and friends. She says, to fans of Steven and our family and friends, I want to be clear that my only intention in writing the book is to share my own story as well as part of my life with Steven to help other people. Just like you, I never really knew what happened. And even as I'm trying to put the pieces together, I will never really know. Okay, so what the fuck are you speaking on him for then, Allison? What's not clicking? Stop tarnishing this man's name. If you decide to read the book, hopefully you'll see my intentions is to celebrate the love and life I shared with Steven and our 3 beautiful children, and also the more complex aspects of both of our lives. I hope that by sharing our full story, maybe I can help someone else who might see themselves or a loved one in Steven. Absolutely not. Absolutely the hell not. Allison, you are dragging this man's name for filth to the whole media. That is not your place to tell his story. You did not walk in his shoes. You did not live his life. You lived your life. Speak for yourself. You cannot speak for him. And speaking for him while he is no longer here is diabolical. Damn. In sharing, I hope that maybe they can catch some of the red flags that I missed before it was too late. Red flags? What do you mean by red flags, Allison? Oh my gosh, this woman. Over the course of the last 2 years, I've spoken in detail with NAMI as well as the Solomon family and the Defense Lines Foundation to better educate myself on mental health issues so that I can share warning signs with others. What? All of my proceeds from this book are going to fund the mental health focused foundation I started in Steven's honor, Move with Kindness. My hope is that we don't need to lose another husband, brother, father, or friend to unaliving. Then she says, I believe if Steven were able to choose, he would choose to have his story told if it meant even saving one life. Much love to all those who have supported our family these many years. Excuse me, Allison? How the hell do you believe that that's what he would have wanted? The fact stands that he is not able to defend himself of the allegations that you're putting on him, the false allegations that you put on him. Because if this autopsy does not say that there was any drugs in this man's system, there is no reason at all for you to be labeling him as a fucking addict. Secondly, Allison, come up close when I tell you this. He did not share any of this information when he was alive. So why the fuck would he want to share it while he's not here anymore? Make it make sense. Damn. And another thing, Allison, the fact that you would sit your filthy ass on the damn internet and tell all this man's personal business down to the childhood and treating his mama like shit, not even letting them see the kids, explains exactly why he never felt comfortable sharing with you anything he was going through. Have mercy. If you made it this far to the end of the video and you're a yapper like me, meet me in the comments so we can have a key. That's all I got for y'all today, baby. Y'all so messy.